Hello, everyone. It's Michaela here. Welcome back to another live segment of And All the Things. Today, and in just a moment, I am going to invite in my dear friend, Jenny Mayfield. Let me do this. Of Jenny Mayfield Photography. She is also episode number 31 on And All the Things. And she is here. Let's get her in. Drum roll, please, right, everyone? It's going to work at some point. We just have to keep trying. While we wait, as you are listening to the full episode, make sure you go in and hit like to follow along on your favorite player. And why is it not working? I've come to really embrace this part of Instagram Live. I have to figure out how to do it another way. Let's see. All right, so any which way, we're going to do this. Hold on. There we go. Oh no, Jenny Mayfield is unable to join. Yeah, let's do it. This is so funny. Drum roll. Oh, there she is.
There was good.
Hello.
Hi.
I have truly just come to embrace that getting into Instagram Live is, not for the faint of heart.
Exactly. This is one of my times doing it, so I was like, that pause isn't going to happen with us, but it does.
It is what it is, but the important thing is that we're here connecting, and that's always the intention. Sometimes we have to go through some bumps and bruises in life and on Instagram Live, but hey, what are you going to do? So welcome, everyone. This is Jenny Mayfield, episode 31 of And All the Things. I listened to it again the other day, and I just so enjoy, I feel like we cover so much content that part of me is like, I should have gone back and asked more about this part and this thing, but I enjoyed it so much and what I love about the podcast is it's just a conversation. It's just two people chit-chatting, and who knows where it goes.
Yeah.
But what have you been up to lately? Catch us up.
November and December are two of the busiest months for most photographers. Sometimes January can be just as busy, but yeah, just a lot of work. I'm still in this new place, so I'm still really just getting going.
Awesome.
Meeting tons of people, and I've been, just events and that kind of thing. So, and reflecting on the last year too. Yeah. Like this time last year, I was a lost soul. So.
Well, you've come so far, my dear, and sometimes we have to get lost to get found,
exactly.
to find ourselves.
Exactly. I was definitely a newbie this
time.
I'm feeling much better this go around.
Awesome. And hello to everyone who's joined us. So one question, I had written down a note that I didn't get to circle back to. Did I see somewhere that you met Muhammad Ali? Was that? I have to know about this because wow, what an icon.
I can't say we chatted, but it was an incredible moment. I worked for the Olympic torch relay when the games were in Atlanta, and Muhammad Ali was chosen to light the cauldron for opening ceremonies. And because of his health, he couldn't run around the stadium, but he was standing right at the cauldron. And if anything happened to that torch, someone had to be there with the original flame that came from Olympia, Greece, to relight it, and then light the cauldron. So my favorite colleague and I, working on the games, were selected to be standing there in case anything happened. So we were right behind him, and we watched him get out of the car and walk up the back step before the world saw him light the cauldron.
Wow.
So it was amazing.
Wow. Muhammad Ali and the Olympic torch, that's like the apex,
yeah.
And you were young at the time.
Did
you appreciate it?
Job out of college, and it has been difficult to recreate those feelings because I had the best team, the best people. It was really an incredible experience. Yeah.
And it ends with Muhammad Ali. So when you, in your 20-ish-year-old mind, Did
Mhm.
you appreciate that you were meeting a legend in that moment?
I'm sure I didn't appreciate it as I should, but I was pretty starstruck. Yeah, I mean, all
Yeah,
was there. We met a lot of people on that gig. You
that is
know,
so cool.
ran it around. She was a swimmer. She ran it around the stadium before it came up to Muhammad Ali, and I mean, there were countless people who were part of it. So it was,
That's incredible.
yeah, we felt very privileged. We were very,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, yeah, and you worked hard
Yeah,
for it. Absolutely.
that night was the end of a 2-year stint of planning the
Mhm.
whole thing. So
Mhm.
it was incredible. Yeah.
Well, so let's switch gears, right? Thinking about the Olympics, and that's a worldwide attention, right? All of our attention is there. And in our full episode, we talk about the different places you've traveled and the things that you've captured. And you say you want to go to these places, the not so glorious places,
Mm.
to shed light on the things that need to be seen. And I was kind of wondering, as you look around the world today, and I'm not suggesting you go to a war ravaged front line, but if you could go somewhere and shine light, where do you think you would go? Right? Like you went to Madagascar and did that great documentary-ish thing, right?
Mm. Mm.
Where would you, what needs light today? I mean, a lot of places need light, but what
Mm.
would you want to
Mm.
photograph?
I just have a big place in my heart for Africa. Africa
Hmm.
is a huge, diverse place, and I've been lucky enough, I think, to be in 7 African countries.
Wow.
Um, and the issues, there are overlapping issues in every country, but there are also very unique um,
Yeah.
things going on in each country. So yeah, my recent trip to Madagascar was incredible.
Hmm.
It definitely lit a fire in me to do more of that. Um, but I have to say too, like right here at home, it's interesting. Right now, I'm doing a project with a lot of dancers,
Hmm.
and these are girls between the age of 10 and 18, and I get to photograph them every weekend as they're working on a performance. I'm doing
Wow.
kind of teens documentary type approach, and then we'll be doing some portraits actually this coming weekend. And it's an incredible dance studio, and just watching these girls in the stage where they are, that excites me
Hmm.
much because they're working so hard, and they probably don't see what I
Right.
see, like how talented they are and what they have in front of them. So I have to say, I'm always ready to get on a plane and go to these incredible places, but also this dance studio is a couple blocks from my house,
Hmm.
and like just being able to photograph what they're doing every day in and
Yeah.
out, and then we'll be able to see the final performance and in over the holidays, and I don't know, that's equally as exciting because it all ends in a photograph.
And it's like you said earlier, like you might not have appreciated getting to meet Muhammad Ali in its fullness, right?
Mm.
But to look back and to have that image in your mind still points you in a direction today of what's possible. And I think it's very much the same, you know, wars are happening, yes, in Africa and across the globe, but there are wars happening inside of each of us. And if someone is willing to help the individual, help the young girl in this case who's dealing with all the social media, all the body shaming, body positivity, body, and yet an adult woman says, I see you, and I see you in all your many forms and glory, and I want to highlight you. Like that's what we need. We need to tell people that their gift is special and that they are special. And I love that you kind of took a twist on that. I was thinking, I don't even know where I was
Yeah.
thinking you'd want to go,
Well,
but
you just summarized it very eloquently, and that's exactly what I'm trying to do. I mean, if I could put huge canvases of these girls up everywhere so they could just look
mhm,
at how gorgeous they are every day, I
magical.
just things. Yeah, I think
Mm,
it changes them in years to come.
I
So
love
that's what I'm trying to
it.
give them a glimpse of what others see in them, because they are incredibly gorgeous when they get out
Yeah.
there in so many,
Oh my gosh.
so strong.
What humans, yeah, can do with their
Yeah,
bodies on a dance stage of any kind, and to capture that because they do move so fast, right? And you can't even appreciate, like I see some of the photos of the dancers jumping and the muscles in their legs, and just the form is
Yeah.
outrageous.
It's
So
beautiful.
I love that
Yeah.
mission. I really love that mission. And to just say to people, you know, I see you and keep it up, right? Just keep exploring what you are capable of.
Yeah.
We don't get enough of that at all.
Exactly.
So as we sit here and we're approaching the holidays, right? And this is, you said, your busy time, everyone's getting their holiday photos or their last minute things in. What advice do you have for us? If this is your busy season, how do you manage your self-care, taking time for yourself, your energy input and output through the holidays with this added busy season? What's the trick?
Yeah, you know, I think it's all about, really, for me, it's looking at the calendar and asking, do I really need to do that? Do I really want to?
Say it again, girl.
Like, I mean, there's so many things. And also asking my kids that too. Yeah. Like, is this something you want to do? It's definitely about sleep. I try to get in bed super early and get up super early. That's my strategy. Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah. And then it's just keeping, like, there are a couple things on my calendar that I have to do every day. One is exercise, even if it's just a short walk. So yeah, those are the things.
We underestimate that. I mean, and even if it's a 20-minute jaunt, right? Yeah. You take laps around the house or you walk to the store. It's just the moving and then the saying, I'm doing this for myself.
Yep.
I'm choosing this over jumping on the hamster wheel, you know, and then being aware of it. And you really can squeeze 20 minutes into every single day.
Absolutely.
Right.
I had an accident
better
and cut my finger, and like I cut it really badly. And so I haven't been able to go to yoga and for the past week, and it's like I can feel the difference. My finger's fine, but
good. I was gonna say, I hope your finger is fine, and I hope it heals quickly, because you can't be pushing up on that mat if your skin's sliding all over. That's hilarious. Yeah. So I think what you said about look at the calendar. I mean, and this is the work I do with my clients is, okay, what is on your calendar that's making you so busy? Yeah. And then we look at it of what's draining you and what's gaining you, right? And the lines get really blurry when we get to the holidays, because we do this thing and I make this pie because grandma so-and-so did it every year too. And it's like, the pie is not good. Like, we don't like the pie, but we're going to spend all this time making the pie, right? Yeah. And I think it's just, why do we do the things that we do, right? I sometimes like store-bought pumpkin pie better than homemade pumpkin pie.
Absolutely.
Right? So let's just make it easier. I did learn how to do it. And I was like, if I love this thing, I will learn how to make, and I was not as satisfied as I wanted to be.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
I'm just going with it. So check your calendars, clear the way, just like you said in the episode. Like, you got to give yourself the time. You got to know who's doing the work, right? What is really expected of you? And then get some feedback. All right, kids, we just went to the special holiday place 45 minutes away and spent $5,000. Did you enjoy it? Like, do you want to do it again? You know, we've done all the light shows, and sometimes it's like, saw this last year.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
So check your calendars, friends. And as you're doing it, make sure that you go to End All the Things and listen into episode 31. Jenny and I mean, we really just have such a great conversation. And like I said, there's so much more that we could go through, but
we could have talked for a long time.
Oh my gosh. Absolutely. And that's why I just realized, I'm like, wow, we're at 15 minutes already. And I do try to respect people's time, but I also try to really spend as much time with them as I can. So I just so appreciate it.
Yeah, it is.
It's good. Yeah. Well, so tell us how to find more Jenny, and folks, follow her, check it out. I mean, her portraits are incredible, and she is just as delightful as the results. So
thank you, Michaela.
You're welcome.
That's the best place, Jenny Mayfield Photo. You can find me there. I'm always checking during the day.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, friends, wherever you are and whatever you're doing, I hope you make it a great day. And Jenny, go be so fabulous. The world can't stand it.
Oh, you
And
too.
we will talk soon. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Bye, everybody.